Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day today. This is art log 3. I know I missed 1 week with the art log, and that's just because with me being a one-woman show, I had other things on the game to work with, so I was working on the stage 0 progress. I guess you could call it the training stage, the starting stage. I like to just have increments like to start at 0. So that's me. So that's where I was, what I was doing. So I didn't really do any like drawings or letter creation or symbol creation or what have you. But today we are going to do some help guides, and we already did one help guide. If you can look at the guide sheet, remember this arrow. I wanted it like a graffiti type arrow for the title screen, and also for pointing to guiding people in the right direction. So if you know beat 'em ups like Double Dragon or I think River City Girls has it, and Streets of Rage, where the arrow blinks saying, okay, you can move on to the next part of the stage. I think Scott Pilgrim also has that as well. So I'm trying to keep the same metric there. So we already have this, so I don't have to do anything with that. The next part is what I'm adding. A little bit different, a little bit the same, I guess closely to Scott Pilgrim has like kind of a little bit of platforms, not so much platforms type thing, where you jump from one part of the floor to another. I'm doing that. So this is just for protection purposes, for artwork and such. I commissioned a pixel artist to help with stage elements and assets, and I've just been like building the stage through Photoshop and then as a template, and then I'm going to import it into Unity. I'll probably show that later on, but not today. So I'm going to show you how to do, well, I'm not going to show you, we're going to show each other, because this is my first time doing something like this. I'm going to duplicate the layer, and I'm going to put it to help guides right here. All right, and you can see the cliff. All right, the cliff, the jump is definitely not going to be green, but I picked green and I put texture over it, and I took out the background just again for protection purposes. So I want to do those arrows where it's not really a jump. Ooh, I need to fix my brush. It's not really a jump. It's more of a, those arrows, those speed sonic arrows where you run and I should have picked a different color. But yeah, something like that. I want to draw those arrows. And let's get rid of that because I'm drawing on that layer. All right, so let's move this group up. Let's add a new layer. But first and foremost, I am going to make a guide of my own, and I'm going to use this guy, but I probably want them bigger, something like that, with the Pac-Mans. But let's see if we can find something more thick. Is that thick enough? That may be thick enough. Though the points are very sharp. Is there a way to find something that is not so sharp? Now they seem almost too close to each other. Let's start with one Pac-Man, and then we are going to... It disappeared. Let's start with one of these, and then we'll make our way to that part. All right. So I'm going to change the transparency so I can still see it, but I can still draw around it. Make another layer here and get to tracing. And I should actually change this to pencil. Actually, I could use a vector, but I'm thinking, do I want something fancy? Oh, look at me. Before I do that, before I get involved with this, it's not gonna look straight like this. I want it to look flat. So let's grab this tool here. What was the tool? Was it a tool? I'm trying to remember what it was. It was, if you go to edit and down to right before free transform, it's the perspective warp. And I only did this like once. And I believe I can create a grid where I can warp the shape to bend, if I can do this right. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, did I do it? I did not. All right. Did I not do it? What did I do? Let's try again. Okay. So I do the layout. Let's try this again. Let me try to align this better. If I can align it better, that'd be great. Oh boy. Okay. And then I hit warp up here. There we go. And I think, yep, you see how it bends? Do like this. And then do this part too, so it's like, let's see. Let's see here. You see how it looks more flat? See how it's like a flatter version almost. See if I do it like this. And do I widen it? No. Do it like this. And now let's see. I can't see not a thing. All right, hold on. Let's see. Let's bring this back up. And if it's smaller, then it's kind of like, okay. We'll see. We're playing around with it, right? All right. So let me bring it back to where it was. Okay. So let's do this. Let's get to drawing. All right. So I honestly should make it as a vector, but I like to be I don't know. I like to have fun with things first. Let me bring this to 200. And then I need to be better with my lines. You know? Should probably make it thicker. Probably should keep it flat like this. And then let's see how it looks like. Do I want it to look like that? No. I think it needs to be bigger or wider, like I said. I think I'm doing it where it's not necessarily, because I think they have it as like I'm going off script. That kind of situation, right? And this is more narrow. Should I do it by rough sketch? Actually, let's get rid of this. Let me go by rough sketch, actually. Let me go by rough sketch. Not everything needs a guide, right? Okay. So rough sketching, it would be that honestly looks better than how I was trying to trace it. Look at me trying to do it. But now I'm gonna do this. Oops, not that part. I don't want that part. And then I'm going to transform it to vertical, right? And that's how you do it. I made it so complicated. I made it so complicated. Just do it this way, guys. Oh man, look at that. All right. Let me save. Let me merge these. And you know how it's done, right? Where they kind of do it like a negative space right here. What is this? 84 pixels apart. Should we do 93 pixels? 103. Let's do 93. 93 pixels apart. Look at that. That's actually really good for rough hand. Look at me doubting myself. Look what I did. And we said 93, right? Perfect. Look at this. And guess what? I am going, this is already in a group, right? And this is going to be speed jump arrows. Okay. And what we usually do is duplicate one and save. Don't forget the save button. And now I'm going to merge this, merge group. And then we're gonna do that thing like before. So we are going to edit, perspective warp. And we're gonna get this into the center right here. And then we're gonna do the same right here. Can never get this like centered completely, but it snaps, so it's okay. Go up to the top and switch from layout to warp. And we are going to warp this down to size. Do, 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 do. I don't want it like that. Oh no, I think I messed it up. Hold on, I'm gonna play with this a little bit. Let's play with this a little bit. All right, let's try this again. All right. It's warping time. Not necessarily a Power Ranger slogan, but close enough, right? Okay. You know what sucks? Not having music. Because normally I would just blast music as I work. But thanks to good old YouTube, I mean, I can't really do anything. It's like even I picked royalty-free music for like my other personal videos. And you know, they had a nerve to strike me anyway, saying, "Oh, this has been claimed." And I'm like, but it's free use. So that's why for this project, it's just going to be silence. And the only music that you will hear, honestly, will be the in-game music. So whenever I'm able to put out a trailer or something for it, that is music that I actually paid someone for. And, well, don't use it because I will find you. And then you're going to get a copyright strike. Ha 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 ha. So, all right. I think I got it, right? These arrows are going to be right here. But we want to make them small. And we're going to make it right here. Right? Yep. So right here is the arrows. And I'm going to save and where's that other arrow? I am going to, oh, that's right, the stroke. Okay, so I need to get 2 colors from you. Well, actually 1 color. Purple and, of course, the white. And I'm going to just paint buckets. The white inside of here. And I am going to then color overlay not green, color overlay white, normal. Oh, you see it has those cuts in it from pixels. Let's see if I can fix that. Let's see if there's a way to get past it. If not, I'm gonna have to go in and do some surgery. I might have to do some surgery. Or let's go back in time. I am going to duplicate this. You know, I keep forgetting the hotkey for duplication. I really need to start using that. So instead of filling it white, I'm actually gonna fill it black. And I see that changes nothing. That changes nothing. Okay. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to clean it up. And that's why I probably should have used the line or pen tool. But sometimes, I don't know, I just don't want to use it. All right. So let's go in here. We'll say 300. I probably need more. But I'm going to kidnap this guy for a little bit. Over here with the gray background, if you all remember. Remember I used the white background last time for the title screen and I missed some pixels. I believe it was the shadowing, so I had to go back. If you have a different color background, you can easily pick up on stuff rather than, you know, transferring it to a color background. It's like, oh, shoot, there's some white here, or I didn't see that wasn't transparent, you know? Okay. So let's go back to paint bucketing this white. And I'm going to use color overlay real quickly so I can see the gaps here. And give me 1 second, my cats are being mischievous. Okay, I'm back. All right, so let's fill this in. Make sure we get everything inside. Oh, and happy Father's Day to all the dads. Like, you are doing a wonderful job. I mean, just being there, being supportive and all that stuff. And that's great. Keep on doing that, okay? See, I went over. Okay, there we go. Anything I missed? Anything I missed? Anything I missed? I don't think I missed it. All right, so that is done. And duplicate. Make another layer, merge these layers so I can keep that formatting. So merge layers. And then I want to come in with the purple stroke outline, but not so harsh with it. Oh. Why is it at 6 points? Why does it look ugly? Did I do something wrong? Why does it look ugly like this? Should not look this way. And that is why we have the other layer. Remember, color overlay. Is that what happened? See, now I'm gonna have to go in and look at how I did the arrow. But hold on, let me think for a second of why this is looking really ugly. Because it should be... Why does this look ugly? Am I missing something? What is the difference between here and here? Let me copy layer style really quick and see what's going on. It still looks obnoxious. It still looks... Why are you doing that? Is it because of the bend? Hold on. Maybe I should have did coloring everything before the bend. Let me see something here. Let us go back to this guy. Let's go back to this guy. Duplicate him again. Merge the group. This time, paint bucket him. And paint bucket the arrows. I'm going to, oh, if I can clean the arrows like that. But let me apply the layer of black. This is inside, outside stroke. Why are you looking blurry? Why is it coming out blurry? It's actually aggravating me. It's not shadow, so it shouldn't be. Is it because I did a pencil drawing instead of a brush drawing? But it shouldn't be a load of difference. I like how layer 3 doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so I can clean this up. I honestly think I had to do that last time with the letters. Actually, it's coming back to me. I had to do like a little cleanup with it, but I mean, I guess it did have like a shadow point to it, but it wasn't this bad. See, if I do that, it's gonna change. Hold on. Let me think on this, guys. I think I'm gonna have to do what I said I didn't want to do. I think I'm gonna have to do a pencil. And how do I add lines again? I think it was right click, stroke path, doing this. See, I forgot how to do it. So right click, stroke path. Okay. And I think I did it. I think I did it. I mean, watch when I put white in here. It's still grainy looking. So, all right, hold on. We're going to try to figure this out. I'm going to stroke it with purple again. See if I can maneuver it a little bit. Oh shoot, I cut a hole in it. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Because it's still... still quite... Yeah, I'm going to have to clean it up with this. I'm just going to have to clean it up with my brush. I don't know why it is that way. But if I have to still do it that way, let me go back to the original one I had. Ooh, not that one. Was it this one? Now I don't remember which one was the original one I had. Let's see. Was it that one? This one? What's the color? I guess it was this one. And the stroke was purple. Alright, let's fix this up. It's because I have it inside outside looks gross. Center still looks gross. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to the later one, this one, and clean it up and then bend it. I wonder why it's like that. Well, if anyone knows, please do tell me so I know what I did wrong or what's an easier method or just what happened. So everyone can know that. That would be great. Because this is a learning experience. Or if you just want to see the progress of it, I mean. That too. Okay. At least it looks a little bit more cleaner than it originally was. I do remember having to go back and clean the edges of the lettering for the title page. So maybe it's just more noticeable because these are symbols and not really letters overlapping each other and all of that. So maybe that's why it's like this. But why does it look like it bent? Why does it look bent? Looks like these aren't the bent arrows yet. I didn't bend them, so it look bent a little bit. That's what I was looking at. I was like, huh. Alright, so now that it's like that, I'm going to duplicate this. And I'm going to hide that one, and then I'm going to merge these layers. Right? And then I'm going to go back to perspective. Good old perspective. I didn't think I would be on this one this long, but apparently I was wrong. Holy crap, I did it perfectly? What? Alright, so, oops. See, I did that, and then I messed it up. Look at me. But y'all saw that. I did perfectly. Okay. So, do a little bend. It has to be because of the bend. Because you see how it's making extra shadows on this outer part, especially here. I think it's because of that. I want to say it's because of that. Okay. So now I'm going to shapen up a little bit this arrow, or these arrows, I should say. Shape them up a bit. Just because I see some issues. Funny how this last arrow doesn't have it, but everybody else has. This part right here. It's like they have ghost pixels. Where they're so light, it's like, why are you here? Alright. And this one, I can clean up the middle right here. Alright. Now let's see what that stroke does. What you want, fluff boy? And then he left. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Maybe I have to hand draw the stroke. Let's see. Because, I mean, I do see the curves, but it's clean. But I don't even know where the stroke is acting up around here. Oops. I don't know why it's acting up around here because I cleaned this section. Alright. If I do drop shadow, I mean, shadow is not going to, well, let's see. No. I want to know why this is acting up. I did not mean for this to take long for this little thing. But it happens. Alright. So I want to see. What if I do this by hand? What if I'm crazy? What if I'm crazy and want to do this by hand? And I'll put it below, oops. And I'll put it below here. No. This is very interesting. I can't do a stroke by hand. But the thing is, why is there negative space being highlighted when the stroke is set to be outside? Blend mode normal. I'm just erasing this negative space because I don't know what it sees. I guess it sees some ghost pixels, like I said. Okay. Now, let's see. Two. All right. And then I'll set this back at 100. You know, sometimes things look better from far away. Like people. I'm kidding. Maybe. It's because I was all up on first mode with it. But that's okay. Let's see what the 3-stroke is. I think that's what the arrow was. Now I don't want to zoom into the arrow because then I think I might have a stroke. Knock on wood. Where's wood? Oh, I don't have any wood near me. Okay, there we go. Paste layer style. Oh no, we're gonna have to go back to that one. All right, so here we go. Here's our arrows. We can delete literally everything else. Where is... I'm going to keep these. I'm going to keep this just in case I need to go back to it. But other than that, I am going to use this one. We can delete this. Yes, so we can keep these. And I'm going to call it speed jump arrows giraffes. Just so they're there. On the speed jump arrows. Make it a little bit smaller. And there we go. Now it is... Now it is fine to port over to the guide sprites. Okay. So I'm going to put this right here. Save that. So now we have the pointing arrow and the jumping run arrow. Run jump arrow. The next guide I want to do is not necessarily an arrow. It is what do you call it? I'm trying to think. It is like an indicator. I think that's the word for it, like others. So the indicator is basically going to be fairly easier than the other things. So the indicator, let me make sure I have my fill empty, stroke is purple. Okay, great. The indicator is just going to be this oval mark. I really should move the arrows. This oval mark. Can I still change the fill to white? Change the fill to white. Change this to 3. Change this to 3. And it's basically gonna be like, let me see if there's gonna be an item hovering. Oh, if I could draw, there's gonna be an item hovering like this, and then the indicator is just gonna like ping, circle, 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 and kind of like pulse. So it's actually going to be like an animation. So it's going to be a small, so it's going to be a small circle. Then it's going to be a small circle. And then a ring. And then it's going to be the ring, left, and then the ring is just going to get wider and wider. And then it's going to disappear and then loop back over again. So gone, and then it's going to loop. So I guess you guys get to see an animation. Maybe. We'll see. We're running a little bit over time. So let's see if I can do that for you. So let's hide this right here. And I'm going to move this. Oops. Because, yeah. Let me... move this a little bit. So honestly, it's going to be this is stage. This is as big as it's gonna get. So we're gonna name this if I can count. Hold on. So it's gonna be, let's use different colors. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be number 4, right? And then we don't have to have anything here. 5 is literally nothing. So we are going to do 3, 2, a 1, and a 0. Wow, that 0 is ugly, but whatever. Okay, so let's get back to it. So we're going to get that purple back. So we're going to get this purple back, and we are going to basically, I'm going to call this number 4. And we are basically going to duplicate, because duplication is love. Actually, before we duplicate, I have to do something special. You know what it is? Paste the stroke. There we go. Don't want to forget that, right? And let's see if my eraser can do it. I don't know if my eraser can do it. Let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Oh, that's too big. How's that ring for you? How's this ring look? Steady hand, steady hand. How's that? All right. So the ring, I guess it could be a little bit, hold on. It could be a little bit, the thing is, because it has to lie, what's the word? Because it has to lie flat on the ground, and how the stages are positioned, it's like at an angle so you can see it. There's the closer side is thicker than the away side, if you get my drift. All right, so now we are going to duplicate layer, make it number 3. Move it and groove it. And what are we going to do? We're going to shrink it. Just want to make sure it's okay. I might need another thing, but we'll see how it works. We'll see. We will see. Duplicate layer again. Make this number 2. Move it on down. It's the next contestant on The Price is Right. I always wanted to go on that show, but I never went. I also want to do Squid Games too, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Duplicate this. I'm going to say number 1. am I doing? Number 1. Number 1 has a dot with it. I'm gonna make the dot also oval. Okay, and we're gonna paste the layer style. Click off. How's that look? Okay. And down. Duplicate. And we're gonna make this 0. Move it on over. All right. We got it. So now, how do we do animations? So, if I can remember, child. Okay. I actually should make a new thing for this. And how you do it to make it exactly like this is you click the biggest frame, or you make a frame. You click the biggest frame. You click the biggest item that you want to animate, or image, or whatever you want, right? And this is if you're using Photoshop. I don't know about any other photo editing, art editors out there. So you want to do new, and it basically already has the dimensions for you. So this one is 9339. So I'm going to click on that and say, name it target indicator. Target indicator, item indicator, target indicator. We'll call it target indicator. And then, oh look, you already have this. We are going to yeet the background into the nether. Well, actually, let's keep the background, because remember what I said about making sure things are all fine and dandy. So we're going to color this. We're going to go to 300. And then I am going to, all these frames should be in the under indicator, right? And we are going to duplicate group and yeet it to the target indicator. Okay. Now, this is number 3. But I want to move it so they are basically right on top of each other. and then I can fix it later. Is 4 cut off? Did I lie? I lied. Ooh, I lied. I lied to you. Did I select the wrong thing? Okay. Well, we can fix this by canvas size. And what was the dimensions? 93, 39. So honestly, let's just make it 150. No. Let us make it I'm trying to make it even number. 110. 110 be enough. And 70. There we go. I honestly wanted it to be... Okay, let me try one more time. Let me try the height as 60. Okay. Let me try the height at... We'll try the height at 60. We'll leave that alone. And we'll leave the 110 alone. Alright, so it made me a liar. We're gonna fix the background colors. Okay. So, what you do usually for we'll call this 1.1, 1.2. So you see how it moves. I'm wondering why. Let me look back at this. I think I duplicated the wrong thing. Let's look at something. Let me look at indicators real quick. Because this is this. This is the dot. You see? That's why. So I need to get rid of this and duplicate. I mean, you don't have to duplicate it, but duplicate this. Okay. So now you have 2 of the dots. So it will go boop, boop, boop. Two and one looks the same. So now I have to look at y. Oh yeah, 2 and 1. Two honestly looks smaller than 1, but we can fix this. So let's see. So this and 1. This guy should go up a little bit more, just because. And 2 should honestly be a bit bigger. Let's make 2 a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. And then 4 is gigantic. So thinking about that. Okay, there you go. I just had to make it look more reasonable. Okay, so now we can do our animation. I just need to remember how to do it. Because it's been a while since I did it. All right, so I believe we make things either a smart object or we can. I'm going to save this. What's this layer for? Absolutely nothing. Get this out of here. Okay, so I believe we go to window and you go to animations No, it's timeline. And we want to create a video timeline. But we want to go down here with the 3 sequences and use this instead because it's easier. And this is how we do frames. So the first one, as we know, is the dot. So we're going to literally get rid of everything else on this frame. So it's only the dot. And then for the second frame, so that's why I said you could leave it like this, or you could literally keep it. We'll keep it. And this. And then the next frame will be without this. I think that's what I was going for. Look, I forgot my whole animation already. I forgot it already. Look at me. And then we go to the bigger one. And then we go to the next ring. And then we go to ring number 4. And then finally, we have nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Right? All right. So let's see how it looks. And we're going to put it on a forever loop. Okay. So let's play and see what happens. Already too slow, right? So let's take it up a notch. Let's do 0.1 seconds. See, I was thinking it was 0.5 seconds. And that was my fault. Let's see what 0.1 seconds is. Actually, let's make this have like a slowdown. Okay, let's try it now. Let's look at it from 100 instead of close up. You know, I kind of don't like it in the center like this. So I'm going to take this out. Let's see. Not bad. Let's put no delay. Let's see what happens at no delay. There you go. So now it's like a drop. But you can't really, you can see it, but you can't see the other rings, but you can see them at the same time. It's like it's widening. So that's ours. But we do not want the background. So we're going to take the background out for all of these. Because we want it to be transparent because we're going to put this in game. And of course, we are going to go down to File, Generate. Is it Generate or Import? Export. Export. I believe it's safe for web now. And it's going to ask you all these great questions. And we want to make sure it's set to forever. If you want to change the image size, you can. Just make sure you don't cut it off. But we want to save it. And we are going to save it as target indicator until I can think of a better name for it. And now that you have your animation, we can open it up real quickly. And you see, now it has all the layers here outlined for us. And what we do is, I believe you go back to timeline and you Control Shift and you convert this to Smart Object, if I am correct. And Smart Objects, I believe, is in a layer. Smart Objects, convert to Smart Objects here. And then you can port this over to Sprites Guide. Honestly, if it's a sprite, it's not really supposed to look like this. It's not supposed to be a GIF, but I just wanted to show you right here. I'm honestly gonna lay out every frame on here because that's how you're supposed to do it for sprite sheets. And then in game, in Unity, what you do is you import all the frames, all the sprite cuts into there, and it will loop for you. But I wanted to show you how to do the animations. And I believe you click Create Timeline, and it should play. It played and it didn't come back. Let's see. But I believe that's how it is for it's a one timer for, just because this is a new it's a new sheet. But we saved the GIF. We made the jump guide arrows. Sorry we couldn't get to anything else. I'm gonna try to push out an extra one this week before the weekend again, just so I'm a little bit caught up with the art log, because I'm trying to do it every weekend. All right, but thank you for being here on this journey. And I'll see you next time.